Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, thank you and welcome. And if you like my content, please feel free to click below the subscribe button and follow along on this journey. Today, we're going to cover what gear I'm going to be taking with me on my thru hike or attempted thru hike of the Appalachian Trail. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to discuss is what we in the hiking community call the big three. That's going to be your backpack, your tent, and your sleep system. The tent we're taking with us is the Z-Pack Duplex XL or Duplex L. My daughter and I took this out on a little 35-mile shakedown hike on the Lone Star Trail here in Texas, and it was plenty of room for both of us, our sleep pads, and our backpacks. So I can't wait to live out of this by myself and feel like it's going to be a palace for one person. Also, this is a trekking pole tent, which means the only way you set this thing up is this is all I need and my tent stakes. So I'm taking black diamond trekking poles, they're carbon fiber, a little lighter. I'm trying to save some weight on the trekking poles. And I'm using the MSR groundhog stakes that have been pretty tough so far. There was some super hard ground on the Lone Star and we were able to get some good support on our tent. So let's move on to the next couple of things. Okay, so next, for inside the tent, let's talk about my sleep system. So I've got the Thermarest, I believe it's the XL or it's the Neo Air Light. It's a good sleep pad. However, if you don't like sleeping on plastic bags, it can get a little loud. I understand the newer versions are a lot quieter. However, I can't attest to it. I know this one, but it's worked well so far, and let's just hope that it works good on this one. In here, I've got my quilt, my REI Magma 30-degree quilt that I bought a couple years ago, and then REI came out with a new quilt and a better quilt, but I don't have the money to spend on the new quilt, so I'm taking this one. Sorry, just a little bit agitated with that. Also, I bought from Appalachian Mountain Gear a fleece liner because I don't want to be cold. And also a pillow I found on Amazon, the Hiking Shirt Ultralight Pillow. I bought this for a thru hike last year of the Lone Star Trail where unfortunately I fell in poison ivy. The poison ivy won. I itched a lot, came home, got calamine lotion over everything. The wife told me to get out again, but I managed to get back home. But this pillow is great. I loved it. Easy, lightweight. Let's hope it holds up for this trip. Backpack, I'm taking the Hyperlight Windrider 5400. Great pack. We took this out on the shakedown hike, the one we mentioned on the Lone Star, and held everything great. Used the Nyla Flume pack liner. This is a waterproof bag, but considering I've got all my sleep system, everything down at the bottom of this pack, I want to make sure when I get to camp, everything's dry. I bought the Hyperlight pods that go along with the backpack. I've got the large pod that holds my sleep system, including some other fleece warm clothes that I can wear if it does get super cold on the trail. This is going to be my cook system, which we'll talk about in a little while. The small bag holds all my electronics, anything I need for charging, my phone bank, battery bank, everything that I can need for power on the trail. And then any clothes that I'm not wearing during the day will go in this bag, so I can switch them out and have some clean clothes every other day. All right, for everyday wear on the trail, when I'm not freezing my booty off, I am gonna be wearing from toe to head the Ultra Tip 4 trail runner shoes. I've worn these a couple of times on a couple of hikes already, and very comfortable, a lot of cushion. I love the wide toe box, so as your feet swell, your feet and your toes can spread out and they're not all bunched up and going, I need room. So that's a good thing. I am taking the Injinji toe liners for keeping my toes separated. They're like little 5-finger gloves for your toes, and they stop blisters. They are great. Along with those, on top of those, I'll be wearing Darn Tough socks. Switched to these about a year ago. I love these socks. They're comfortable, they wear well. They've also got a lifetime guarantee, thank you Darn Tough, because they will replace these as they get holes along the trail, which is awesome. My sexy underwear I'll be wearing are the X Officios Give and Go. The good thing about these, why I bought these, if I'm in a hotel, hostel, or even a stream, wash them, wring them out, and within 30 minutes they should be dry. So, great pair of underwear, and I'm not only taking one, I'm taking 2 pairs. Most of the stuff I will be taking a couple of pairs off. I'll be wearing the Cool, which is K-U-H-L, not cool, like hey, you're cool, but Cool convertible pants, at least that's what I'll be starting with. And these have worked out well. They're very tough pants. I love that I can change them into shorts and have all that with me as I go without having to carry the extra gear. So the K-U-H-L pants are C-O-L too. So their Cools are cool. I'm wearing the REI shirt. I don't know what kind it is. It's a shirt. But I got these from REI. Moisture wicking. Supposed to be really good for the trail and keeping you from chafing, but also keeping you comfortable when you're wearing a pack for 12, 15 miles a day. Shout out to my wife, grad student at A&M. I'm going to represent her on the trail by wearing this hat. So when you see the A&M stuff, that's why you'll see that. And my Dudamaz sunglasses, so I can be cool as I'm going up and down the trail. These, again on Amazon, bought the polarized ones, are great for hiking. I've taken them on several hikes. I've lost a couple. Any of y'all on the Lone Star Trail up there near the highest peak, you found a pair of these. Hope you liked them. And I've also heard along the trail that the weather can fluctuate daily. So you saw some of my good weather gear that I'm gonna wear daily, but I've also got some bad weather gear. What is bad weather gear? If it gets cold, if it gets wet, which it's known to do along the East Coast on the trail, hopefully I'm prepared. So thanks to Trekking Along, check out their YouTube channel. The mom of that group told me to get some down booties because I was complaining about my feet being cold. I think the night we spent on the Lone Star Trail was around 27 degrees and my feet were cold. Hopefully this is the cure. Got some Adidas gloves, just lightweight gloves, just to keep my hands warm, especially when you're setting up your tent, taking down your tent in the morning. Your hands have a tendency to get pretty chilly on those cold mornings, cold evenings. I have REI puffy jacket. This one's done pretty good for me so far. It folds up into one pocket, so it packs pretty tight. I'll be carrying that on the outside of my pack. So on those days when it's cold, I can get it on quick. The other thing though, is you put it on cold, you start hiking up some of those mountains, you get hot, throw it back into your pack. And the last thing, this jacket has been great. Patagonia Torrent Shell. I've worn it several times in the rain now. Love this jacket. It has kept me dry and hopefully it'll continue to keep me dry. I'm really hoping it doesn't rain, but you know, we all know it's probably going to. If it does, hopefully I'm covered. So for my birthday this year, I won't say it's when it was, but my wife got me this little beanie to wear with the AT symbol on top, or the Appalachian Trail symbol. And it's reversible, so when we hiked in January on the Lone Star, I had to wear orange. When I'm on the AT, I've got the choice to wear orange or black. So dual purpose, great beanie. All right, and some last minute things that I'm taking with me. They say you pack your fears. I might be packing a few of mine, and because of that, some of these are gonna go with that along that line. Other things, I just want to show you how we're going to filter water on the trail and how I'm going to cook. So we'll start with the cook system. I've got this little Tokes titanium cup with the BSR stove. Which that is my cook system. This will screw onto a top of a thing of fuel, and the cup sits on top of that. boil my water, and I can make whatever I'm ready to eat. Usually I'll take a freezer bag, pour it in a freezer bag. I bought this cook system from Hyperlite. Used it before. This thing is a blessing. I've tried just freezer bags. They didn't do the work that this does. Put my freezer bag in here, close it up, set it for a few minutes, stir, set it for a few more minutes. Hot, good food, ready to eat on the trail. For water, I'm using the Sawyer Squeeze filtration system. The reason I like the Sawyer Squeeze is you can screw this directly to the top of a smart water bottle and just consume it right from the water, or you can put it into another bag or bottle and have filtered water on the trail. I'm also taking a CNOC 2-liter bag just from some extra water along the trail, because when you get into camp, you want extra water to cook with, to drink through the night, and for breakfast. So you got 2 meals and whatever thirst you have at night. So it's important to have that extra water when you come in. So after you eat, drink, we talked about me going to sleep. I did get this Nemo Nemo foam pad. I read somewhere they said if your sleep pad gets a hole, which can happen, what do you sleep on? The hard ground, cold ground, in a shelter, hardwood? Or open this up, put your pad on there, and you still got somewhere comfortable to sleep, at least till you get to the next town for a resupply. I bought a Tyvek ground sheet from 6 Moon Designs. I spent a little bit of money on that tent, and I'd rather protect it with this and protect my investment. So put the ground sheet down, put the tent over that, it's good to go. Another birthday present, my wife got me this Appalachian Trail passport book. Certain establishments along the trail will stamp it. This will be a memento years down the line when I want to look back and remember where I stopped, and maybe if my kids follow my footsteps, they can say, hey, my dad stopped here. So on top of all that, we've talked about eating, ground sheets, the passport. What is this? Well, y'all know the saying, there's a bear in the woods. Well, so do hikers. And when hikers go in the woods, this is what they use. They dig a little cat hole, 6 inches by 6 inches. Your stuff goes in there, bury it back up, pack out your toilet paper, pack it in, pack it out, leave no trace, and continue. So that's what that's for.
So what are some things you're looking forward to on the trail?
Well, the trail itself, the people, trail magic, trail angels.
So what are trail angels?
So trail angels are actually the people that provide trail magic. Trail magic is like a gift from somebody just out of the kindness of the heart, because we're through hikers. You can come down a mountain, there'll be a group cooking you a dinner. There'll be Boy Scouts that are known for cooking. It may be a ride into town. My sister-in-law asked me yesterday, hey, how can I help you? I attached a Venmo account to my YouTube channel. So she's gonna send me money along the trail. If anybody else wants to do that, I'll be like, hey, send me a text or a message when you send it. Tell me what it's for. I'll include you on the video. So trail magic, it's already happened. If y'all watched my first video, when I did my announcement, I said, hey, I want to know some different kind of beers along the trail. So my first trail angel that showed up was my father-in-law. So here's to you, Tom. Thank you for being my first trail angel and getting me my first bottle of Modelo beer to kick off the hiking season. Cheers. Now to my sister-in-law. She showed up yesterday for my farewell dinner from them, and she got me, imagine this, look at the imagination here, trail mix.
So creative.
Very good. Hot apple cider mix. I have no clue whether I like these or not. They sound good, they sound intriguing. I don't know, but I'm taking away. She got me some beef jerky. That's good. And by now y'all figured out I'm pretty nutty. You are what you eat. She got me a nut bar. I And that's the ice cream truck. And you know what? I'm gonna eat some ice cream on the trail.
Yes, sir!
She also got me this coin, which I'm gonna carry in my pocket every step of the way. It is St. Michael. And on the back of it, it has Psalm, I can't read what the numbers are because I'm kind of blind. But it says, no harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near you, near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. So, thank you, Maria and Toby. This is going with me. I'm gonna treasure this all along. It's gonna go to Katahdin. Ready? Let's do this. And there was one trail angel that he may not realize he's being a trail angel. I met him on a section hike. My son and I were doing a section in North Carolina to Fontana Dam. We were about 3 days in and we decided to go into town, but I met this guy named Jerry on the trail. He celebrated his birthday there. We sang him happy birthday. And I forget what town we were in, whichever town the Lazy Hiker was in. So we went to the Lazy Hiker and Jerry and I split a beer. He did a flight. So out of the blue, when I was getting ready to do this, Jerry reached out to me. Hey Matt, when are you doing your hike? And I told him, and then he gave me some other advice. And that was just out of the blue that he reached out to me about it. Well, last night after I had my farewell dinner with my sister and brother-in-law and my wife, I'm on the way home, and guess who texted me again? Jerry, with some words of inspiration. So Jerry, cheers to you, brother. You are my trail angel from way back when, and I hope we have a lifelong friendship. Thank you. So the first thing I want to talk about is what we out in the hiking community call the big three. That's going to be your tent, your sleep system, and your backpack. So the tent I'm taking with me is the So the first thing I want to discuss for y'all is what I'm taking, and we've already covered it. I'm hike about 35 miles on the Lone Star Trail earlier this year, early January. And it was plenty of room for the both of us with our sleep pads. Both of us in.
What's it called?
Nilo Flume. Are we going?
It's Neo
There's a chance of it because I'm going in early March. So let's hope this all works. All right? Good. Also, you cut already?
No.
Oh, I guess you have to now. Flume. It's a Nilo Flume, Flumey Flume.